What if I told you you could get a historic Denver home close to trendy, delicious eateries, lined with mature trees, and it's more of an affordable place to live in Denver, and you get all of that in just one place? Welcome to Sunnyside neighborhood, a nice little ray of sunshine in Denver's northwest corner of the city. I'm Sean Murphy, your no BS guide to the highs and lows of Colorado life. In today's tour, we're going to be walking through the Sunnyside neighborhood, a nice close proximity to Denver neighborhood with amazing access to parks, recreation, shopping, nightlife, and dining, all in one neighborhood. And then at the end, I'm going to show you a preview of a type of home that you could get with 4511 Federal Boulevard. Let's go. Located in northwest Denver, just a few miles from downtown, the Sunnyside neighborhood is often lumped in with the Highlands neighborhood, but this little nook has a personality all its own. Although it's an older spot, the Sunnyside neighborhood is booming with a lot of new development brought on by the influx of just new blood to the area, new life to the area, as residents start to look to the Sunnyside neighborhood when they're looking for things that are a little bit more affordable compared to like the already more developed and picked apart Highlands neighborhood. The result of all this new life in the area is just a kind of an electric vibe which mixes the historic charm of these older homes with modern energy. The Sunnyside neighborhood, it feels like a really close-knit neighborhood. Picture like quiet, tree-lined streets. If you like front porch sitting, this area has a lot of amazing older front porches, yet it offers the amenities and excitement of a destination hotspot. So it's no surprise that Sunnyside has claimed bragging rights as one of Denver's hottest neighborhoods. Now let's talk about shopping and daily conveniences. Sunnyside isn't going to be a big box shopping neighborhood, but you have access to those easily right off of I-25 or I-70. But Sunnyside has a whole lot of local charming businesses that handle your basic necessities. For your regular grocery shopping, you're likely going to be hitting up the Safeway just west of the neighborhood. Or if you like a local marketplace, you can go right over to Lever's Lava Core, where you're going to be able to grab organic produce or a barista-made coffee house inside. That place is really fun. A little bit pricier, but high quality foods over there. When it comes to parks and recreation, Sunnyside will not let you down. You have access to several parks. I'm over at Rocky Mountain Lake Park right now. But you also have Chaffee Park off of 44th and Tennyson. It's a popular green space, perfect for lounging, sun hanging, soaking up those rays, picnicking, and just letting the kiddos kind of run around and enjoy the park and the playground. Each September, Chaffee Park comes alive with their Sunnyside Music Festival. This is a free community festival with live bands, local food vendors, and all kinds of activities. It's kind of like the yearly highlight that brings together the whole community. On any given weekend, you're going to see neighbors out there spreading out their blankets, tapping their toes to Colorado local bands, and truly living that awesome Sunnyside life. You also have Columbus Park, also affectionately known as La Raza Park. If you want to live out your hoop dreams, they got basketball courts over there. The best park, I think, over in Sunnyside is going to be Rocky Mountain Lake Park. That is where I am right now. Whole lot of walking paths. You got the kids playground behind you, plenty of space to let the dogs come out, play, run, play catch, everything like that. Or you could just take a stroll around the lake, throw out a fishing line, and catch some fish. And for one lucky new resident, Rocky Mountain Lake Park is going to be right in your backyard, so stay tuned to the end when I show you 4511 Federal Boulevard. So whether you're into playing sports, walking the dog, or catching a skyline sunset, Sunnyside Park's got you covered. And if that's not enough for you, remember the Rocky Mountains are just in the horizon there with super easy access to them on I-70. You'll be at the slopes in no time. City Recreation Center amenities are nearby as well. The Aslan Recreation Center just south of the Highlands area offers gym, pool, classes for the kiddos. In Sunnyside, Staying active is easy. If you're coming from out of state, you'll be like one of my other clients that always mention they typically drop 10 to 15 pounds as soon as they move to Colorado because there's just so much to do outdoors. Now let's talk about real estate, my favorite topic. The housing scene over here is a blend of old and new, making it appealing for first-time homebuyers, families, and investors alike. Strolling the streets, you're gonna see a diverse array of early 1900s Victorian style home, classic Denver Square brick houses, and rows of quaint 1920s bungalows that offer these awesome front porches, amazing for hanging out, drinking your coffee, writing that memoir, whatever you want to do. In recent years, Sunnyside has also seen a lot of these duplex developments. You see a bunch of these kind of over by 38th and Tennyson, and they're kind of making their way into the Sunnyside neighborhood. Because the zoning allows it, you'll see some of the older homes being scraped and these nice duplexes being built on that property. This means that buyers, you have options. You could preserve a piece of history or enjoy a brand new design, all in this neighborhood. One big reason that Sunnyside is on buyers' radar is the affordability. Relatively speaking, homes here offer a little bit more value for your dollar compared to like lower Highlands or the Berkeley neighborhood. Sunnyside prices average typically about $100,000 lower than these other neighborhoods that are just a couple miles away. For example, the median low-high in West Highland home prices are pushing close to $1 million. Sunnyside's median has been right around the high 800s, meaning you can save money without sacrificing the location over here. And that's great news for first-time home buyers who want to break out of their condo from the Denver market, get a backyard for the kiddos or for the doggos. Investors are also circling, looking for good deals in Sunnyside. About 50% of the properties here are purchased by non-primary resident homeowners. So if you're looking to get an investment property or house hack, there are plenty of people that love the location, love the proximity to Denver, as well as the access to the foothills off of I-70. And so whether you're investing or buying for yourself, Sunnyside is a super solid spot. You can often land a charming older home, like a 3-bedroom, 1910s bungalow or craftsman that's been updated. Many of these homes have great bones, hardwood floors, original wood-burning fireplaces, and then some of them also have like an awesome basement access, like the one I'm going to show you here at the end, so that if the interest rates and the prices of homes right now are pretty steep for you and that monthly payment is high, a lot of these properties you're going to be able to house hack and maybe put a renter in the basement, or you live in the basement and rent out the upstairs. The bottom line is Sunnyside has something for everyone. Whether you're a young professional hunting for that stylish townhome, a family seeking a yard and community feel, or an investor eyeing a neighborhood that's kind of on the rise. And with the neighborhood's historic meets hip character, owning a home here means that you're going to enjoy a diverse community of longtime residents, newcomers, artists, entrepreneurs, all enjoying Sunnyside's unique charm. One of Sunnyside's strongest assets is easily its connectivity. It's both walkable and commuter friendly. The neighborhood layout is a classic Denver grid, narrow streets, short blocks, which makes it great for walking and biking. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods to just walk the dog around and just, you know, look at the houses, gawk at the houses, because there's just so many charming ones up here. In Sunnyside, most of your errands can be run on foot or on bike. You're going to see a lot of strollers, dog walkers out for the evenings enjoying the walk. You got the cafes and parks and shops sprinkled throughout the community. Daily living in Sunnyside doesn't really require a vehicle unless you want one. For longer trips, Sunnyside residents have fantastic public transport and highway access just right at their fingertips. The RTD light rail recently expanded into the neighborhood right off of 41st and Fox Station on the western edge of the neighborhood, and that's just a short stop over to Union Station. So if you're catching a ball game or you're catching a you know, the Avalanche playing hockey. It's really easy commute, and you can avoid all the hassle of trying to find a parking spot and paying for it downtown. There's also a park and ride if you don't want to commute into the city well, you could still commute, but not drive your own car into the city. You could park one of the park and rides and jump on one of the buses with the RTD. And then of course, access to the mountains, or if you need to go down to the Denver Tech Center, you need to go north. I-25 cuts right through the city, and then I-70 runs right along the top of this neighborhood. So if you want to get to the foothills or you need to get to the airport, really crazy easy access here. Now that you got a feel for the Sunnyside's lifestyle, you'd imagine yourself actually living here. Let me introduce you to 4511 Federal Boulevard, a special new listing that could be yours and your ticket into this neighborhood. We are at 4511 Federal Boulevard. I'm going to showcase my newest listing. It's got a historic charm built in 1912, but a whole lot of nice upgrades and features. First and foremost, who doesn't love a great front porch for front porch sitting? I love that. Glass of wine, glass of whiskey, hang out, enjoy the porch. Right when you walk in the house, you get options. You got your first bedroom here, right off. Great bedroom, great home office right by the door. And then you're greeted with this big, expansive, open living space here with beautiful red oak hardwood floors, wood-burning fireplace, and a updated kitchen with granite. Even got a bay window. You know what you do with a bay window? You sit with your bay. And this is a big bay window. You could have multiple bays. If you're into polygamy, you could have, you know, multiple girls sitting right next to you, or gentlemen, whatever you're into. And I also love that these are the high ceilings in here, which is hard to find for a house that was built in 1912. Typically, people were like Sean Murphy size. I'm 5'9", and the ceilings were a little bit lower. But these are big, huge, over 10-foot ceilings. You're probably 12-foot ceilings, and it rolls right into your updated kitchen. So updated appliances, updated counters, newly painted cabinets, and it rolls right back out to your mudroom, and you have a courtyard outside. So hanging out in the backyard, if you don't want to sit on the front porch, you got options. Before you go upstairs, you could turn this bedroom here. Well, it could be a bedroom. You could leave it as exactly as it is. That's a queen size bed that's fitting in here comfortably. Or I think this is a tremendous home office. It's light, it's bright, and it's got great placement if you want to put a desk in here. Right off of the kitchen area, you have a full bathroom. So full bathroom, so guests don't have to go upstairs or downstairs to use the restroom. They don't have to cut through your bedroom or anything like that. Some of the homes in this area have unique floor plans where you're like going through a bedroom to get to a bathroom. Not here. Full bathroom right off the main living space. The floors are looking great. The carpet throughout the house has been updated. And right upstairs, you have full primary 5-piece ensuite bathroom. You get access this here from the hallway like I just did when you have to go pee in the middle of the night. This is a great access right here to the bedroom. And again, nice bedroom overlooking the back courtyard, back alley. Nice high ceilings in here. It's light, it's bright. It's a great place to catch some Z's. And when you cut through your 5-piece ensuite, another thing you don't typically find in these older homes, you have a walk-in closet. Boom! You don't see that in a lot of 1912 homes. And then across the hall, I'm gonna pass this little office space, a little built-in space. Maybe if the kiddos have to do their homework, this is a great spot for them, because this room right here would make another great office, guest room, nursery, good space. You could fit a queen size bed in here comfortably. Again, it's got nice high ceilings. I'm 5'9" and I can't touch them. Really nice. Windows aren't new, but they have been updated. It gives you some quiet from Federal Boulevard out front. And yeah, just a nice little bedroom slash office slash nursery right across from the primary. Now I'm in the back of the house, and you have a little mud room here. You have different ways you could separate the house if you wanted to house hack. Each door, it's got like a $7,000 upgraded security system, door system. It works the garage, everything like that. So I would probably just leave this as access for the main house, because there is a separate access to the bottom unit here, which I said can easily be converted into like a rental. And if you wanted to have this as a rental, you don't even have to worry about coming through their unit to get to washer and dryer, because you could just block this off and have this as just your little laundry space down there. There's washer dryer hookups not only here, but in the back utility room, so that the renter or, you know, multi-generational living, they could have their own access as well. All right, now we're down in the basement. You have a full kitchen down here, full kitchen, dishwasher, and you have access right here to their own private courtyard. So you don't even have to see the person that you're renting this to. You can close off this door here. It's got a little key code to it, so that locks. And then it has a key code on this door as well. They can go up out their separate access and right past the garage, and you don't even have to see them. Full bathroom. I mean, it's a bathroom plus a shower. So you have a clawfoot tub, sink, toilet, and shower. Right next to that is a big utility room. So if you have a renter, they're gonna probably want some storage. You have plenty of storage for them to be able to utilize here. And again, their own washer dryer hookup, which is super nice if you're doing like any type of house hacking, because the washer dryer situation is always kind of a pain in the butt if you don't have multiple hookups in the house, but this one does. You're in luck. So nice studio area, get electric fireplace in the back that will stay. You got bar top, eat-in kitchen, sitting area, and it's a nice long alley here. They can put a little setup for, you know, lounging over here, put the TV up above the fireplace. And there's kind of like two closets. So not only do you have the utility room storage, but this room here could be used as a little nook, a little YouTube studio, maybe, if you're into YouTube. A little studio, or it could be turned into a closet. But you also have a nice sized closet here as well. So for being in a studio, a lot of people out here in Colorado, they like to have their gear, they like to have their snowboards, their hiking gear, and so there's plenty of storage, which makes this a very attractive rental opportunity down here. So this is your accessory dwelling unit access right here. Goes right down to the kitchen, and they can easily shoot straight out past the garage there. And there's a nice little courtyard over here. Protection from the weather, protection from the sun. It's a nice shady spot, little dog potty area. So for having somebody, if you're gonna be house hacking, or, you know, the mother-in-law suite, whatever you'd like, this is a great setup. And then out back, you got storage for the main house with your one-car garage storage or car, protecting it from those hailstorms. And then you have a side courtyard here as well. So again, you're not losing anything if you do turn that into a rental downstairs, or you have options with this property is what I'm getting at here. So a gate to the front yard and this side courtyard again, which is really nice just to have all that flexibility. Out back, you have plenty of parking here, so easily fit 2 cars. I'm gonna call it a 2-car extendo parking space, and with the garage. There is also some additional parking that's not owned by anybody, if you see where those cars are. So if your renter wants to park there or whatever, and then you're just 2 houses down from the side street there, so plenty of side street parking there. That's hardly anybody is on those streets as well. So that is 4511 Federal Boulevard. It's right on the border of the Sunnyside and Berkeley neighborhood. So if you want that Sunnyside living, Berkeley living without the pricing that you typically see, I mean, this one is priced as like one of the best values for the community. So if you're into this and you want a private showing, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Scroll by Fence. I'm Sean Murphy, team leader of the Moxie Property Group with EXP, and I'd love to connect with you to show you this beautiful home.